just realized I forgot to turn on my mic. So peasant. So good morning. We're talking today about words. We're talking about words and how important they are and how we're using them every day in life and also on the fertility path, and how important it is to watch words. Okay. If I'm Ariel Green Andersson, I am a conscious life and business coach and fertility coach. Basically, I work with women, dynamic women like yourself, people like yourself who are looking to create something or recreate something in their lives. And here we're working with fertility. And down in the description, you'll also find that we have a beautiful inner fertility circle. We're actually meeting today. And I encourage you to join that if you like a beautiful private space. All right. I'm so glad you're here. Wherever you're coming from, this space is, I'm so honored to be able to guide you here, to hold space for you. These morning gatherings that we're experimenting with are about giving you tips, tricks, and things to support your fertility path, a place where you're going to hear positive encouragement and not just the usual, you're too old, or, whatever it is that pops up in your own mind and from outside of your bubble. Now this is gonna be kind of short and sweet today. I woke up feeling even more sick than I was before, which is why I've got the blue scarf because my throat is killing me. But I really wanted to come in here and talk about this because words are so powerful. So we were talking the other day. I don't know where you're at. If you're here, definitely let me know that you're here with a little like, or let me know where you're coming from. Oh, hi, Cindy. It's good to see you. At the end, I always kind of jump down into whatever comments are there, but I try to stay focused before that. I use the word try. I do stay focused until that. So try, it's perfect that came up because it's a constant work in progress. These words like we're trying, having a baby. We're trying to have a baby, or you should eat more greens and less sugar. You should not have alcohol. You should this, that. I also would add in there some phrases like, there's not enough time. We're running out of time. I'm old. We have to hurry. All these different little phrases and words that come in. Man, it is so strong because we think, oh, well, we're just using the language of, what's around us, right? You do it, I do it. It slips in. I would add to that. I call these the 4-letter words that are not 4-letter words, or the un-4-letter words, because they're really powerful. Because when we're saying we're trying, it's not saying that we're doing, right? So I encourage you, just for fun, not to be hard on yourself, not to create another stressor in your life, because certainly you have enough of those with just being on this path over a certain age, which these days is over 20 something, 30 something, depending on where you are in the world. And just be aware, just notice, just make it a game, make it fun, not something that's gonna be stressful. Just notice your words. And see, just is another one that I'm working on to get out. Just the constant apology as a female. I watch it in my family through the generations. This, oh, sorry. I feel like it takes our power down. And, words are coming from here, from the 5th chakra. And the 5th chakra, this throat area, is very much connected to your reproductive organs on an energetic level. And so what's happening here very much affects what's happening in your fertility and your organ health and anything related in that area. I remember when I had cervical cancer in my 20s. Yeah, that was shocking. And I was looking at fertility someday. I was not there. And anyway, we were talking about with my doctor at the time. I was doing everything natural because that's what I like to do. And my doctors were calling me at home for surgeries and chemo, all these things. It was crazy. And I just said no. And I was working from the inside out, which was actually for me much harder than if I had just done the procedures. And I remember the first thing that we talked about, she said, "What are you doing here?" And when we talked about it, it was the words that I was using, it was the not speaking up for myself in my relationship at the time. There was a lot going on here, which was deeply affecting here. So it was about releasing a lot of that, which is partly why acupuncture is so good. If you've ever done acupuncture, I always find that there's like a lot that comes out after. Anyway, so coming back around, I encourage you to have this practice just to experiment with in the next days or just going forward, noticing where the words are that are affecting you. And it might be different for you than for me. For me and the clients that I've worked with, these words that I've mentioned are the strongest. So just pay attention and look at how you can flip the words that come up that take some of your energy down with something else. So when instead of should, I would say, well, I'm going to look at trying that. Or no, there's the trying. I'm going to look at that. Or instead of trying, it'd be like, well, we're going to have some fun. Just find a way to switch up the energy in a way that feels genuine for you, of course. And I'd be curious how that goes. Okay, I'm going to look down in the chat here. All of this is about moving you forward on your fertility path. Definitely please hit like and subscribe if that's interesting for you, because it helps other people who are looking for guidance and help and support in a positive way to find us. All right, I'm going to look in the chat now. Cindy, the time thing gets me. Yes, everyone, all of us, there was this feeling of impending doom, like, there's a timer and it's running out of time. You can almost hear it in your head, this like tick, 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 tick. It's very strong, and that is a deep practice to work with. Is everything comes in perfect time, as Dr. Deb always says. It's going to be in the right time. And that is, it's a very strong thing to work with. I know for myself, it was, I can't make something happen. You can't make something happen. We know this from life, right? Like, it's going to happen now. Sometimes if you're very clear, you can be really determined it's going to happen. But we honestly, like, it's got to just work with what is. Like, here you are in your 40s, is all good. Your body's strong and beautiful and vital. But talking to you helps. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's fine. I decided to read The Law of Attraction again. Oh, that's so good. There's so many different books out there. I remember a long time ago, the first book that somebody gave me was Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting for You. And I didn't like the graphics on the front, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to read it. But I remember reading it, out in Czech in the countryside. I was laying in the sun and I was reading it, and there were pieces in there that were interesting. And there's a lot of different books out there. But I think that reminder of being really clear about the feeling on the other side. So that's a call we can do as well, as talking about the law of attraction inside of this, because it's really strong. I like the idea of making it a game. Yeah, there's so much that's so serious inside of fertility that it just kind of weighs on you. I remember that feeling of all the things, the things that needed to be done. And it just, it's supposed to be fun, the act of creating your family, and it stops being fun after a while. So whatever little ways we can do to make things more fun, it's so worth it. So thank you for being here. I'm so lucky because, Cindy, I'm going to get to see you again in a little less than an hour in the Fertility Circle. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. and we will see how the experiment has gone. If there are any questions, next week we'll have another question and answer session, and I may do it at a different time to just see, what's possible for, different time zones here. Yes, see you again soon. Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you, all of you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.